By now, there is no way for you to recollect the immense effort that you needed to establish self-pity as a feature of your island. Self-pity bore witness to everything you did. It was just at your fingertips, ready to advise you. Death is considered by a warrior to be a more amenable advisor, which can also be brought to bear witness on everything one does, just like self-pity or wrath. Obviously, after an untold struggle, you had learned to feel sorry for yourself. But you can also learn in the same way to feel your impending end, and thus you can learn to have the idea of your death at your fingertips.
The idea of death is the only thing that can give sorcerers courage. Strange, isn't it? It gives sorcerers the courage to be cunning without being conceited, and above all, it gives them courage to be ruthless without being self-important. He explained that when a sorcerer's awareness became bogged down with the weight of his perceptual input, which was what was happening to me, the best, or even perhaps the only remedy, was to use the idea of death to deliver that stalking jolt. The idea of death, therefore, is of a monumental importance in the life of a sorcerer, Don Juan continued. I have shown you innumerable things about death to convince you that the knowledge of our impending and unavoidable end is what gives us sobriety. Our most costly mistake, as average men, is indulging in a sense of immortality. It is as though we believe that if we don't think about death, we can protect ourselves from it. You must agree, Don Juan, not thinking about death certainly protects us from worrying about it. Yes, it serves that purpose, he conceded. But that purpose is an unworthy one for average men and a travesty for sorcerers. Without a clear view of death, there is no order, no sobriety, no beauty. Sorcerers struggle to gain this crucial insight in order to help them realize at the deepest possible level that they have no assurance whatsoever their lives will continue beyond the moment. That realization gives sorcerers the courage to be patient and yet take action, courage to be acquiescent without being stupid.
The view of our death is the most sobering view that exists. What is wrong with us human beings, and has been wrong since time immemorial, is that without ever stating it in so many words, we believe that we have entered the realm of immortality. We behave as if we were never going to die, an infantile arrogance. But even more injurious than this sense of immortality is what comes with it, the sense that we can engulf this inconceivable universe with our minds. The Nagual, Julian, used to tell me, he went on, about the conquering generals of ancient Rome. When they would return home victorious, gigantic parades were staged to honor them, displaying the treasures that they had won and the defeated people that they had turned into slaves. The conquerors paraded, riding in their war chariots. Riding with them was always a slave, whose job was to whisper in their ear that all fame and glory is but transitory. If we are victorious in any way, Don Juan went on, we don't have anyone to whisper in our ear that our victories are fleeting. Sorcerers, however, do have the upper hand. As beings on their way to dying, they have someone whispering in their ear that everything is ephemeral. The whisperer is death, the infallible advisor, the only one who won't ever tell you a lie.